Dungeon Gamers Collaboration. My name is Jeffrey Russell Wallace, and welcome to episode 7 of Fell Nightmares. Last time, Book had a little magical tattoo work done, a little fight broke out between him and an old associate, and we found some river travel upriver to continue towards Isidore's home. With all of that in mind, please sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode.
I am?
I thought I recognized you. And you'll hear cartilage snap, bones twist and shift, and muscles change as he lowers himself down to a normal height, which creates this weird, muscular formage under his clothing as all of that bends inward. Yes, I remember you. You were a student down at Exvodia for a little while, right?
I was, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't recall seeing you before. Forgive me.
Oh, no
it's funny
worries.
because he's blind.
They're starting to get the blind jokes. Good. Look, when you work with enough blind monks, it's pretty constant. Yeah.
I've noticed.
Tareth. That's my name.
Is that a name I recognize?
Not one that comes to mind, no. No, and you really can't place what kind of monk he is either. So, best guess would be like open hand or something,
Okay.
where it's less apparent. You know, like Sun Souls, you know right away, you feel the heat on their fists. Mercy, there'd be that light and dark coming off of them, so you're like, I don't know about this guy. In the mask, yeah.
I would bow and say it is a pleasure to see you again. Well,
Mostly, right?
a pleasure to encounter you again. Got myself there, damn.
Hey, like I said, I'm used to it. Oh, have you been doing any training? You left, didn't you? Where did you end up going?
I found a master deep in the jungle who was not initially pleased to take on a student, but I convinced him.
Good for you. Paid off well, I take it.
I think so, yes. He sent me out into the world, so...
Good. And have you had any training since?
No, I've only left my master about a week ago.
You have some time today?
I have several hours.
A few hours at
A
least.
few hours, yes.
Good.
You guys can do some training bouts?
I was...
I think we should.
I was going to...
Someone over there smoking a cigarette is probably interested too.
Yeah, I had one of them following me for a little while. That didn't last long.
There are more than one?
Yeah, they're the Inquisitors in the town.
Oh.
Yeah. I would be more worried about them than the guards. They, pack punch. So I've heard anyway. I didn't deal with them. But yeah, we should do some sparring if you're not busy.
Well, if they popped your familiar.
I had
I don't know
hoped
how many
to
hit points
speak
you
to
have.
the master artist first, but I will seek you out if you can give me a location to find you in.
Yeah. Karen here is excellent. One of the very few potent tattoo artists. I'll be in the temple. You
I'll
can
seek you
find
out
me
at the
there.
temple.
Good.
Can we meet outside of the temple? I don't know that going into the temple, I might have contributed to a bit of a scene there earlier.
That's fine.
May I ask, the work you had done, what is its function?
Oh, this is very specific to monks and some of our abilities we can obtain. You can probably get something a little more generalized than this, but this is in essence, sunlight is channeled through it, and it restores me at certain increments throughout the day.
Oh.
It's a slower process, but it prevents you from needing a healer or potions or that sort of thing.
Almost like a ring of regeneration.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
Much slower process, but yes.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Turns him into a part plant. Gets
Photosynthesis.
That's basically it, yeah.
Feed me.
I was debating between that and a nightingale, but this will suit me better for what I'm about to go into. So, enjoy, and yeah, Get something good tattooed. It'll be handy.
Yeah.
And he will shift back up to his full form and start making his way to the temple.
I like the way his legs work.
I've never seen a person like him before.
Me either.
Hey.
Slightly off in the distance, you just hear.
And the Inquisitor is still just holding position?
Yeah.
Alright, well.
He kind of watches this like extremely tall, strange thing just walk past him with an awe. And shrugs and goes back to smoking.
I mean, if he's just gonna stand and watch us, I'm not gonna, like, give him anything interesting to watch. So, yeah, I'm just gonna pretend I don't even know and go speak to the tattoo artist.
And the tattoo artist has kind of like slumped back into the chair, relaxing a lot from his tension. Oh, alright, that was a lot. I'm glad you admired my work. Were you looking to have something done, or are you familiar with empowered tattoos at all?
A bit.
I know that they exist.
Fair enough,
What,
fair
what, I guess, like, I don't know, is he like a wall of flash, or how do you do this?
No,
He's a real artist.
Like, is it,
Doesn't tattoo flash.
well,
typically people have requests. See, there's certain types of monk that focus in it, and they just know what they need. I've never had to ask them how they got inspired for it or what it worked, but we had that connection to whatever sort of energy they were looking for, and I was able to imbue it into them physically.
alright.
For others, they get spells put into them, bind for a while or permanently if they can pay enough for a permanent embedding, but that's extremely pricey. And I even have to find some rare materials. I don't know that I have much. And he just kind of looks off towards like a small soft patch of dirt. I don't think that I have much right now that I could do with that. But yeah, or I can try to craft something interesting if you have something in mind. Up to you.
I am interested in something that will make my hits harder.
Can do that. Yeah. Something for the old knuckles.
Yes, sir.
Right.
The old love hate.
How much worse do you want it to hurt? I could scale it up from somewhat to a lot.
I want it to hurt 10,000 gold worth, if possible.
Alright.
Well, I mean, I don't know what's the price range here we're talking.
Let me
Before I
check
just
my...
throw down a stack of gold.
Yeah, oh, that's in here. Let me check my magic item creation. So, what's our top value here? It's gonna be... So, let's see. For 10,000, I could get you... I could get you to hit a bit or a decent bit harder than what you're doing right now. Mechanically speaking, 10,000 probably puts you around a +1
Okay,
to attack and
with
damage.
each.
Yep,
Yeah,
both.
great.
If you wanted higher than that, for 30,000, I could do a bit more of a punch than that, which will be your +2.
Yeah.
And for 55-ish, I could push you up to really fucking hit hard.
Let's start with the 10 for now, since that's what I have, and now that I know you're here, you will likely see me again.
Alright. I do move about as the season
Oh.
changes, just so you know, but, and I never really know where... It's hard to describe to people who don't feel it, but I just kind of move with the winds.
Then when our paths are meant to cross again, they will cross again.
Alright. And if you have 100,000, I do have nah, that's on your price range.
It is.
Alright.
You caught me a couple hours ago.
Anything you want to do with your hands for the next hour or two?
Oh yeah, if I'm gonna go spar, I should probably do it first. What do you...
That's about how long the process is going to take.
Oh, okay. So then, no, we've got time, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll go fight after I get my new magical enhancements.
All right. Oh, he'll reach over to that soft patch in the dirt, and several branches of tree will rise up out of it and carry along gems that were materialized or carried from under the ground. Hard to say, but rise up and he'll take them. The branches will kind of like grow through them and crush and start to divide them. And he will start taking these yellows and blue mixes of sapphires and topaz and start having you put your hands out, and we'll take this kind of sticky residue off the sap of the tree, run it across the top of your hand, start placing the gems very particularly, occasionally like having to shift and even like rip one off, which is kind of band-aid sensation as he puts it back. Gets them all laid out perfectly, and then picks up that large golden needle. I'm told this stings a bit. Well, it stings a bit. And then we'll stick the first one in, and it is a sharp, horrid sensation with that discomfort of something being lodged under the flesh. So, there's 1 to 2 hours taken there. What do you guys want to do for that time, if anything?
Like, I think Wrath is good just hanging out
Okay.
I am going
and
to
watching. So.
pull out my bedroll,
Perfect. All right.
fling it out into the shade of the building where we are,
All right.
and I am going to take a nap.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll speed this up then. So,
I might spend some time sharpening my sword and stuff like that, but
right.
Just kinda
Speeding up the
hanging out,
armor.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got time. Might as well.
It sounds like it's pretty cool to watch, too.
I really
so-
want to attune to this thing, but also I'm not going to do that in the middle of the street.
Right.
So,
All right. So, yeah, it takes about 2 hours, and it is a painstaking, very fine pinpoint process of literally putting dust into your hand, prick by prick. Eventually, you will get to the end. We'll run both hands across the needle again, set it down, run both hands across your fists, and you will feel a solidifying sensation of each of the gems kind of encrusting and growing together. And right after that, it feels pretty normal again. Your hands do have a weird kind of yellowish blue shimmer now that comes off of them. I mean, if hit by like direct sunlight, might have a glow faintly, but otherwise looks pretty normal, minus the strange hue to the hand. That's about it. All right. Whew. All right, that's it. I'm done for the day.
And I would give him a bow and thank him profusely and
Well,
pay him.
10,000 gold's worth it. A bit for materials and a bit for a night to myself. All right. And you can actually audibly hear as he says that's it for the day. Underneath the ground, there's some shifting and like as roots seem to descend away from where they were.
It's kind of creepy.
All right. Best of days to the lot of you.
And then I would probably go to the temple and meet with that guy, unless there was other stuff you guys wanted to do.
I don't know, I'm sleeping.
Oh yeah.
All right. Getting poked awake, I imagine.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
finishing up, sharpening, cleaning up the armor. You, did you want the ring, by the way?
No.
No?
No, I think
Want to
yeah.
go for that?
Yeah.
Okay. I just remembered it. I was
Am I
like,
the only one that bought anything?
No, I got my wraps.
You got the wraps. Yeah.
Oh, you did buy the wraps?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you did.
Yeah, I took him to the
Yeah.
temple to get him.
That's why he only had the 10,000
Oh, that's
left.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. For some reason I thought you didn't get them. I don't know why.
Yeah, your staff, you got the wraps.
I just got the Bloodwell vial.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Also, I never got a price on that staff, so.
No, because with the natural ones, I assumed that you were going to buy it.
I tried.
It would have been in the, I think, 20 to 30 range, because I think it's,
Yeah.
well, 5th level.
Yeah, it's a fifth level.
5th level's rare. Yeah, probably would have been close to the 20 to 30 range. So yeah, outside the temple, that tall individual is standing, arms crossed. He is also kind of just leaning casually against the building with his eyes closed, but the cat ears are just constantly twitching and moving.
Did the Inquisitor follow us?
He has been pacing behind you, yes.
I'm a little tired of this guy.
And you are downwind, so you can smell the cigarette smoke that's been following you. Walking up to him. All right. Welcome. Follow me. And he will lead the three of you kind of off to a little open clearing, kind of a 20-foot in circumference opening that's behind an alley. There's a couple of houses that push up next to it. It's a small space, but it should do. So, did you get anything nice?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, that'll make this more interesting. Good. I was afraid it wasn't going to be very much fun. I would say, what good is a good spar without friends?
Agreed.
You guys up for some fun?
Oh, I'm not much for punching.
Oh, I don't need you to punch. And at this point, he's kind of like bent his knees in and brought himself down. He has his hands on his knees so he can kind of lean more eye level with the three of you instead of bent cracking back down to the position. You can throw whatever you want at me. We'll make this a regular old ragtag bit of fun.
Sure.
Alright. Good. Alright. And he'll stand back up, crack the knuckles, arms, back. Alright. And as you guys are kind of all amping up, getting ready, maybe stretching, there's a holy beam of light that descends from the heavens. A small monkey floats down. And he just boop, lands on Rat's shoulder.
Lengar's still following us.
He's never gone for long, I tell you that much.
Let's start with I think we should start with a basic one. That'll be fun. Alright. You can use whatever you want, like I said. Feel free to pull the blade if you'd like.
I'm just so great.
Don't worry.
Just sharpened this.
This should kick in. Wrath.
Yes.
You do literally just shing, blade comes out, shield comes around, and you boom, full speed sprint. And even in your absolute speed, he suddenly shifts and his stance changes entirely. His legs spread, his arms come out, and this sort of wavy movement to the arms starts to...
Am I hypnotized?
No.
Fall over asleep.
But he does seem to enter some sort of strange stance before you can even reach him.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Swing. Make an
All
attack.
right. Make your attack rolls.
9.
Okay. He will nimbly just shift to the side as the blade shing, comes down in front of him.
I'll try to shove him with the shield.
Okay. Well, perfect self-sustenance. Oh, it's a check, isn't it?
It is a check.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, no bonus in there. Still very good.
And 19.
18. You would have a dirty 20 on that. You can see this
Slam
pure
right in.
rippling muscle just brace against the blow. Book.
I'm gonna run up and swing on him.
Alright.
And if I'm gonna use my key to make 2 more, do you want me to roll 4 at once?
Yeah. Yep. Just burn that key and make all the attacks. You have increased movement. If you wanted to flank with Wrath in this case, you absolutely could.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so advantage on all these then.
Cool. Oh, man, that's a lot of dice. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a nat 20.
Nice.
That is a not natural 19.
Okay.
That is an 18.
Okay.
And that is a 22.
Okay. The natural 20 and the 22 will hit.
Remind me how you do crit damage. Extra die?
Extra die. Yep.
So, 3, 6 plus. So that is 27 damage.
Nice. Being the first to impact him, you have ki that flows through you. You understand the concept of how its protective qualities can work, how it empowers the body, how it helps defend you. That's where that wisdom portion of your armor comes from. Punching him is close to hitting a brick wall for even you. You can feel those blows just poof, poof, and get absorbed by the muscle and mass of this individual. You may not have met him before, but you're starting to feel the level that he may be at.
Yeah.
Tereth, and you can almost see that punch hits, and there's an instinct for him to react immediately to it that he kind of holds back on. Tereth will, alright. The flowing hands come through, and in a rapidness of blows is going to strike twice at you and twice at you.
Alright.
That is a dirty 20 and a 23 to hit.
Those will that.
And natural 1. And a 26.
The 26 will hit.
Alright. So, his fun level that he's at here.
Lovely magical fists.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, and I'm going to have you make a con save, Wrath.
He's trying to stun you.
Oh yeah, 13.
13? Okay. Actually, he is not. He has shifted his stunning strike in the stance that he's in. So, you are currently poisoned. You may repeat the save at the end of your turn.
What one can do that?
A Way of Mercy monk can, but he is not a Way of Mercy monk that I'm aware of.
And each strike
We have everything.
from that will deal an additional 1d4 poison damage to you from now on.
Okay.
You can feel some sort of natural energy in your body suddenly working against you as it shifts. But that will technically consume one of his stunning strikes.
Ooh, one whole key point. I'm sure that really is going to make a difference for
Oh
him.
boy, it's going to be a fun one.
Ooh.
10, that's going to be, 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And thankfully there's no poison on there yet. And then, you know what? He will burn another one. Make a con save for me. Alright. You are also poisoned. You may repeat the save at the end of your turn, and you will take 1d4 additional poison damage on any hits that come. That is a total of 16 points of bludgeoning damage from that strike. Alright, we're getting warmed up. And that, rotating hand motion continues. And as he hits you, he is almost hitting you with the, 3 fingers. Kind of a piercing motion with the top of
Still
both
in the
hands.
Eagle Claw.
Somewhat. Shits and giggles. Give me a history check, book. This will be fun if you recognize this.
I knew this man played dodgeball, I could tell.
That is just the naughtiest of 20s.
Okay. Book, you're starting to remember some training and some whispers. The Master Monks tend to keep certain unique qualities very secretive. In fact, the Tattoo Monk is one of those things that's coming to you now oh yeah, but that's on the down low. And another type of monk is known as the Stance Monk. And it seems to be what he's using. If you recall, this is a snake stance that he's currently in. And it's concerning because he can also shift to different stances, that means. Isidore, you just witnessed this weird flurry of blows. You can see them both kind of almost pale and green now from their bodies reacting to whatever the fuck he did to them. What would you like to do?
And how hurt do my companions look?
Go for the medicine.
because I know they both probably look pretty awful, because I know the rough amount of hit points we have. That's a 10.
Yeah.
We are soft.
Wrath is probably not doing too hot. There's definitely... It's hard. It's not blood, but it's like just his life force. He's definitely breathing heavy, slightly keeled over at this point. Book probably isn't quite as bad, but it was still a pretty hefty blow that he took.
Yeah.
Cool. I will, I am not going near this, but I will double the distance on a Cure Wounds for, Wrath. I always
Okay.
forget your character's name.
Absolutely.
But yeah, when I burn that sorcery point, double the distance.
All right.
9.
Alright.
All right.
9 back to you.
And any bonus action? Well, not really, because it'd be leveled. So,
Yeah.
I guess healing life. Excuse me. That is an option, because that isn't a spell.
It is not, yeah.
But I think you have one left.
I do, yep.
Okay.
I will, let's just go for that, and then I will throw that healing light at Book.
Okay.
Let's make this last slightly longer. 3.
Nice. All right.
3 hit points back.
Yes. I'm sorry!
No, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure that's what I was...
Yeah, that's all I got. It's a D6. I don't add
It's
anything
an average
to
roll.
it. Yeah.
Breath.
It's not a 1.
Back at the top.
Back at the top.
Still snake handing you.
Yeah, it's fun. Am I still flanking?
You are still flanking, so it's an even roll at this
Okay,
point.
yeah. That's what I'm hoping for. We'll swing. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, 7's not gonna hit.
Nope.
I will swing again.
All right.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Right. And a third time.
All right.
For 10. That's not gonna
So one of those. That 7 again just kind of moves off to the side. One blade that you manage to shift, and you're starting to get that pattern. Stab him a little bit, and you feel that blade grinding against brick, basically, as it comes off his flesh.
Like shit. For 5 points of damage.
All right. Very nice.
Am I?
End of your turn. Repeat the con save.
We were talking 12.
All right. Still poisoned.
Alright.
All right. Book.
I am going to get out my spear.
All right.
And because of my dual wielder, I can draw it two-handed without any penalty.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to bust that out and I'm going to make a spear attack against him.
Go for it.
And that's not with advantage, correct?
No.
Oh, I could have just twin spelled the Cure Wounds. I still have to die.
That is a 14 to hit.
14 will miss.
Well, not unless it says so in the
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to make one unarmed strike.
All right.
And that is a 19 on the die, so that makes it a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 11 points of damage.
All right. Another solid hit to his side. Oof. Tirith will. Oh, doing well. Not bad. And then unleash another
Oh, and I need to make
flurry.
my con save.
Yes, con save, please.
Damn it, why did I say something?
No, that's good.
Ooh, that is a 21.
Oh, that will resist. You are no longer poisoned, which is great. He is going to...
Projectile vomit, and I'm like, oh, much better. Just gotta do it once, and then you're... Sorry.
I think he's going to make it interesting. So he's going to do an entire flurry at you. And then if you're still standing, both of you will get opportunity attacks, and he's going to shift and move up to Isidore.
No, please don't hit me!
So... Okay. That is a 24 a 19, an 18, and a 15.
Well, 15 will miss.
Okay. 3 of those will hit though. Alright, this will be interesting. So that is 39 points of bludgeoning damage from the 3 strikes.
Plus some poison.
And, yep. 7 points of poison damage.
Oh, knock my ass right out.
Okay. And he will just, with the serpent bites, say, oh, let's see what dwindling numbers do, and just boom, 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 boom. And you can feel those straight through that chainmail as it jostles. You can hear that as that key force comes through.
I imagine it sounds wonderful.
Thorn
Like the
been doing
jingling.
Thorn has been sitting on the shoulder, kind of hovering, and drops down with him and starts slapping him again. Go for the opportunity attack as he shifts past you.
11.
All right. He will just kind of bat the hand slightly aside, move his way up to Isidore, and not attack you, but just stand within close range.
Mm-hmm.
Isidore, you're up.
Shocking grasp.
All right, go for it.
Nope.
Okay.
It was on an 18 and then it flipped to a 5.
All right.
So that would be a 12 to hit.
That'll definitely miss it.
Bonus action, throw a healing word at Book.
Okay.
This is your fight. Ooh, I rolled 4, so that's 8.
Very nice.
Thank you.
All right.
This is your fight, and I want you to do the best in it.
I appreciate
Meanwhile, I'm like,
that.
Wrath, I'm going to tell you right now, you're in a very interesting state of unconsciousness.
Ooh.
You cannot roll negatives towards your death. You can only roll positives.
Okay.
So negatives just don't count.
Nice.
If you get your 3 positives, you come back with your 1 hit point. So go ahead and make a death save.
Oh my goodness.
It doesn't need to be so dramatic because
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't matter.
it doesn't really
You're not
matter
gonna fail.
that much. But I appreciate the...
All right,
like,
Gollum,
if you
just-
roll a negative, is that just like you didn't roll that round?
Correct.
Or?
Yep,
Okay.
Just no effect.
Gotcha.
You can only roll positive.
Gotcha.
He's not trying to kill us. It's just a sparring match.
It sucks if you fail a bunch, though, because then it just takes more
It's
rounds
just
to
going to
get
take
up.
longer.
Well,
yes.
Thorn can wake you up though.
Yeah.
All right, so Thorn is still smack, smack. Book.
His first instinct isn't to heal; it's to hurt you more.
Yeah, well, of course.
Oh, I need you to take 2 damage.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna go
The
for
monk
2
didn't try to kill
6.
you, but
Okay,
the monkey,
The monkey
is.
did. The monkey pulls out a shiv. Stabs me.
Oh, yeah, neither of those are gonna hit.
Okay. You move... Oh, you would be flanking... Did you move out of combat range?
Absolutely not. He's gonna punch me if I do.
Oh, cool. Then I can kill one more.
Hell no.
18 to hit.
18 will not hit.
Nothing.
No, not at
Uh,
this time.
and I'm gonna use my bonus action to try to one more time.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Dodge, dodge, dodge. All right. He stops for
Please
a
don't
moment.
hit me, sir.
Shifts. The muscles start to flex. He comes down to the side, and suddenly there's a rigorous, powerful shifting to his stance. And he is just going to turn and flurry of blows on Book.
Yep, I figured.
Actually, nope, bonus action was shifting, so he's just going to take his 2 strikes. It's both 14s.
Ugh, neither of those hit.
All right. As you dodge to the side, there is this pure force of power that comes behind the fist. Like whatever change in his stance is going to hurt way worse when he hits. But he didn't. So, Isidore.
Burn another sorcery point and throw another cure wounds at Book.
Okay. That healing energy rolls off.
7.
Nice. Thank you.
Burn that sorcery point.
Wrath, go ahead with another death save.
Yes.
I appreciate the dedication, not gonna lie.
The monkey does not appear to be helping.
The monkey is a dick.
The monkey kind of like sits down on his chest, gives a sigh, and just seems to be waiting. Look.
I'm gonna keep punching.
All right.
That is a 19 and a 24 to hit.
Both of those will hit now.
Nice. And then I will
You are
also...
flanking with me, so.
Am I still flanking?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, Isidore hasn't moved.
I haven't moved because he's gonna punch me if I move.
Roll to see if they're crits.
Okay.
We'll do that. Blue and orange.
They're not, but this is a 19
Okay.
and 18 on the die.
Okay, well, yes, definitely hit that.
Yeah. So that was the first two, and then I'm going to use the key to make 2 more.
Okay.
So that's 1, and that is also a 19.
Hit.
And, ooh, damn, those were good rolls. A 26 to hit.
All right.
So,
Punch him.
rolling 4d4.
You notice something about this stance makes him move slower. He's not dodging at the same rate.
46.
So it seems like you're able to land some different punches that he should be dodging.
28 damage.
Okay. This is where this stance gets fun.
Good.
So-
I'm so glad to hear that.
You feel part of that blow get absorbed in this rock solid key that's surrounding his body now. He doesn't move as fast, but he seems like he can take way more from a hit. Ah, very good, Book. I can see you're an excellent student.
I had a very good master.
And he kind of looks back for a moment at Isidore, smiles, and then is going to flurry on you. Oh, man.
Lisa.
All right. That is a... Well, 2 of those a miss and 2 of those a hit with a 17?
Yeah, 17.
Yes. And 24. Ugh, get those out of the way. So... That is... 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
And you do feel that sudden hitting like a truck with some sort of extra key behind his fist that just... and you manage to move past 2 of them. Isidore.
Medicine check. Is Wrath going to die?
Okay, make a medicine check.
Because the monkey doesn't seem to be helping. That is going to be a 15. Big 15.
Seems like under some weird circumstance he is like stable and may come back. And the monkey is just kind of sitting there sulking over him. When you look in his direction, he does flip you off though.
Unnecessary. What have I ever done to you?
What would you like to do?
I am going to... Listen, I have sorcery points. I might as well use them, right?
Up to you.
So therefore...
Yeah. I'm just going to shoot another Cure Wounds at you. If this thing would let me burn a sorcery point. Double distance is just 1? Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, that'll just be a 12.
Nice, thank you.
Alright, Wrath, give me another one! Could this be it?
Alright, great.
Does he return?
I do.
Yay!
Nice! Wrath, you come back to. The monkey caresses your face again. And like hugs you a little bit before slapping you across the face.
I'm like,
And then flying up. And
nerve-wracking.
I love the legendary hero rules. What do you want to do with your action? You stand. You're back in the fight.
Yeah, well, he's kind of looking at me now, isn't he?
He's
Not really,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, he was facing my way
He's
last time.
facing. He's kind of on the peripheral. There's a chance you could sneak up on him.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll come up behind him and try and go for
Okay.
a sword swing.
Yeah. He is aware of you, but
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 19 on the die, which is a 20.
That
4.
will definitely hit with his current armor class and over that.
Right. For another 5 points of damage.
Nice.
And then, do I still get a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use my shove.
Okay.
That is a 23. Not bad.
That's a 21.
Alright, I successfully knock his ass over.
So yeah, you get your shield behind like both of his like large cat-like legs, and as he goes to shift, it catches and flips him back, and he lands prone. It's just this massive sprawling being. You almost have to back up a bit to get out of his way. All right, and Book. He's on the
On
ground.
the ground. So that's advantage because he's prone, right?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say you can't
that's
really
cocked.
flank on prone.
Yeah.
Because unless someone's under.
19 on the die.
Just grab him and hold him.
I can see a free-falling fight that does that, but
yeah.
Oh my god, I'm crushing this. So 2 19s, a 25, and a 23.
all of those hit, yeah. Absolutely.
It's 18 plus 16 is 34 damage.
Nice. All right. Whew. All right. Now things are picking up. All right. He's gonna flip up to his feet and hold his hands to the side, kind of forming claws. Kind of brings his head forward, and these little bits, like licks of fire, start to kind of up across his face, coming off of his hands. He's going to, all right, we're getting serious. And let's see, it wouldn't take much, so let's do 1, 1, and 2. We'll burn some key points.
I mean, I have the most hit points. Everybody
Black,
right now.
red, both blues. Oh, all of these are gonna fucking hit. Oh my god. Flames literally just reaming off of his hands as he comes across with a claw on you, Rat, hitting the ground again. And comes across with claw for you, Isidore. Just gonna be... that's just one strike. Yes. So for 23 points of damage, slashing and fire. And then on you, Book. It's already 30 points
And I go down.
of slashing and fire damage. It's just... the last thing you witness before you go down is those flames that wrap around him also seem to burn and come across his chest and damage him in the process.
Does he also knock himself unconscious?
No.
Just bah, 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 bah. And then just passes out, yeah.
And he's going to stop. Good enough. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm satisfied.
Alright. He's going to lean over and put his hand on you. That tattoo will shimmer and glow, and some of the light will come off. And you will receive 22 points of health.
Oh, damn.
Nice. Burns 2 charges of it. And then pulls you up to your feet. Well done. He'll pause for a moment. He'll wait 6 more seconds.
I'm like summoning some divine energy.
No?
For
Okay. He'll come over, put his hand on you. That's 15 points of health.
Not a single
He
one of those.
does kind of pause though. He's waiting, like he did it once.
Yeah.
No,
That was
all right.
4 consecutive fails.
Nice work. That was a good sparring bit. And as he relaxes, the flames stop licking. The claw-like appearance kind of comes off. His head comes back into a normal place. The licks of flame disappear. If you're ever interested, Book, after some experience, I think I could teach you a few stances that would be very useful.
I believe you may be correct. And I give him a bow.
But if that is the path you choose, there are many ways to go with the monk. Sometimes, well, I preferred stances. Some people prefer the tattoos.
I try to do a bow, but then I'm like, oh, I think I might have internal bleeding.
Ow, birds. Ow, ow, ow.
Oh.
You can see that the gentleman smoking has lit another cigarette in the corner
Does he know that's bad for him?
and just kind of...
She's chain smoking.
Yeah. There's like a
Sorry,
pile of
he
butts
lights
on the
one with
floor.
the other.
Yes. Littering like cigarette butts
There's
all
like
over
50 of
town.
them. I mean, they're rolled, so you know. It's not like there's filters in this era. Which is way worse, but...
Yeah.
And you can also see now that there are 2 individuals that are next to him that are standing kind of cross-armed watching. One of them is like kind of like clapping, like that was a really good show, and the guy smoking kind of nudges him and he goes back to position.
Would you be able to distract our Inquisitor friends while we head to our vessel?
Of course. What would be the most fun for that? Oh, I know. He kind of lowers himself, and you can see that shift in his ki, and his joints and muscles start having sporadic shifts and changes. And he just comes over, stands over them, and goes, "Listen here, you little shits." And suddenly this like looming dark presence just kind of follows over him. And even from behind, he's kind of got a terrifying fucking thing going on. And they're all like, "Aww." The guy's cigarette kind of drops out of his mouth and rolls to the ground. And you guys think you have some ample time to get out.
I suggest we...
Yeah. I start booking it.
Oh, perfect.
I look over at Thorn. Get over here.
Thorin comes, lands on your shoulder. You guys make your way down to the dockside. And I think lastly here, this would be like perfect timing. I'm going to roll for what the crewmates are. And tell you about your motley crew.
Lovely.
All
And then
kangaroos.
we'll be on our way.
Crew of kangaroos. All kangaroo.
As you guys are boarding this ship, an interesting fact to note is you will be going upriver. You notice that along the sides of it and up by this steering wheel, it's more of like a Viking longboat in its appearance. It has that flatter bottom for river travel. It does have oars on the side for rowing. But there
That was
are
my main row.
Okay.
also arcane runes kind of scrolled across the bottom, and a rather large one at the back.
Arcana check.
Go for it.
15.
Okay. You grasp real quickly that this is propulsion magic. This is what's going to push the ship forward without you having to row against the current.
The runes make the boat go.
Oh.
What runes?
There are runes on the boat.
It's a magic boat.
They're even carved, so it's worse, because if you get close, you can actually see them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how close we are.
Does that mean that he can memorize propulsion runes?
Oh god, no.
Put them on your feet.
Maybe. Alright.
Increase my speed.
So up at the
Only on water, yeah.
up at the helm
I'm not
of the
saying
ship
no.
is the drow that you saw earlier. The this male drow, long white hair that he has braided back into 3 or 4 long braids that come down. He does have an even darker black kind of tattoo that runs across his face. But you'd really have to get close to him to tell because the purple skin, you don't really know what it's for, but it does run down his neck and continue down.
How hot is he? Did you roll for hotness?
I'll
'Cause
roll
he
for
sounds
hotness.
hot.
Let's see.
Is that like a D10 or
it's
is it a 100?
Nah, 100. That's a 92.
Oh, he's real hot.
This guy fucks.
Oh shit.
I mean, he's the captain of a boat. He better.
He's standing, and even though his hair's in braids, it's kind of blowing gently in the wind. He's a stud.
You didn't
Isidore's
tell me
like-
that was driving us.
This kind
Oh
of,
my.
I know. Is it a charisma saving throw to see if we're seduced?
if you want,
I'm good at this.
this really rough skinned.
I fail.
I choose to
I
fail.
elect to fail.
I want to fail the save. Very thick-hided skin, looking gray, almost not quite rhino hide, but close to that in his appearance, although slightly pinkened or reddened from the sun. He has these long teeth that hang out and down across his jaw, and it looks like every now and then he kind of like throws his head back and they shift back up into his jaw slightly, and he has to like tuck them in with his teeth.
Some control problems. It sounds like.
That doesn't sound like a Kenku.
That's not Kenku.
It's a drow.
No, different person.
Oh, okay, I missed that. I was like,
Nope,
all right,
shifting
suddenly
people.
he's gray
Nope.
and got fangs. That's
Nope,
cool.
No, we got drow. Yeah, the sexy drow is like,
Yeah, and all of a sudden you got like gray
Listen,
skin.
I mean-
slightly,
no, sorry.
All right, Jeffrey, I'm not going to judge your standards of beauty, but I do want to.
Roll the 92 on the hotness scale. We don't care.
So he's still hot. Let me rephrase. The next crew member.
Thank you.
I didn't put that in there. The next crew member has that rough gray skin and these teeth that kind of keep dropping out unintentionally. Up towards the front, who's about to pull up on a spin crank, this massive anchor on the front, is a dwarf. Female, long reddish brown hair, and she does have several either dwarvish runes or arcane-based runes in dwarvish that are on her very thick-hided coat that she's wearing.
How hot is she? Sorry.
She's 21. She's dwarf.
Okay.
She's your type. She's kind of.
It's the beard.
Yeah, how long's her beard?
She doesn't have a beard actually.
Oh, that's why.
That's why.
That's
yeah.
why.
Yeah, if
yes.
she had a beard, I'd be like
Yep.
a 87 at the least.
She, upon closer inspection, a little pimply, a little nerdy looking, a little nervous.
Oh, she's a teen.
Oh
And
god.
shave, she would get so many ingrown hairs and her acne would be better.
Bingo.
So she's like currently with that just dwarven fortitude pulling up this anchor. You're still tied to the dock, but she's just hulking this thing up.
I mean, that's
I
pretty
respect
sexy.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, on the back side, near the repulsion rune, there's another sea elf that is blue skin, scales. He does actually have like a bit more hair to him. He has a little less of that sea elf going on, so he does actually have a bit of black hair on the top, a little bit of facial hair coming in, chest hair as well. But he is currently down in the water next to that arcane propulsion rune, and it looks like he has like a chiseling tool or something, and he might be cleaning off some residue, barnacles, maybe something that's clung on there. Then there is a catfolk, a tabaxi to be precise. Very jungle cat in his appearance. And we're getting rid of the taboo here, so he is actually like splashing water up on his face from the side of the ship, rinsing through his cat hair, twitching the ears to shake it off.
Isn't Tabaxi like 8 feet tall?
They can be tall, depends on how you play them.
It's like, I
But
think
yeah.
the average is like 6 to 7. So
Yeah, so he's pretty average looking.
lightly there.
He's got the jaguar kind of speckles going on.
Ooh.
How hot is the cat?
Oh boy. He is. He's a 62. He's
He's
mildly
pretty hot.
Yeah,
Mildly, yeah.
yeah.
You're
He's
into
above
cats.
a 50, above average if you're into cats.
If you're into
Roll to
cats.
see if Isidore is a furry.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So, as you guys are,
Didn't realize how much like me this character was.
as you guys are boarding the ship, Captain, welcome aboard, come on. We are going to have, well, we're going to have a hell of a time, that's for sure. All right, so, before we get on our journey, a couple of things that you need to be aware of. One, you'll be expected to help maintain the ship, keep it afloat, that sort of thing. Two, you'll get your money's worth. We're the best crew, by far the best crew there. We're definitely better looking crews that you saw inside. And third, don't fall off the boat. Don't leave the boat. Don't think about anything outside the boat while the boat is moving. Okay?
Is that a deal breaker or?
I'm not stopping for you. So
Okay.
once we go, we're
Too
going.
many people thinking
That's
of something
it.
off the boat stops moving.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
That's
My thoughts sometimes tend to wander.
think about anything else. So that's not like, well, now it's all I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
No, I just don't want to stop the boat. I hate stopping the boat.
Don't think about land, don't
Have
think
to
about land,
stop
don't
the
think
boat.
about land, don't think about
I
land.
swear if I have to stop the boat, I'm charging you for it. All right. Any questions or concerns?
Good thing you're
Great,
hot.
let's go.
What if it's not our fault that the boat has to stop?
Then we'll deal with that problem as it comes.
Just want to make sure I'm not charged for something that's not my fault.
The sea elf will come over and start untying ropes that are tied to the dock, toss them up, and then hop onto the boat. All right. That was
Speaking
fun.
of, how do we want to split up the payment for this guy?
Oh, we could
It's
equalize.
150.
God, this is such a hot crew.
It's just 50 each.
Everyone on the crew is super hot. The sea elf is hot
I just
too.
rolled the sea elf is hot too.
Yeah. Damn it.
I can't believe the dwarf lady is the least hot. That's offensive.
It just happened. In her own way, you know.
50 each? Yeah, that divides evenly. I don't know why I had to do that
Yeah,
on a
I'm not sure
calculator.
what your issue with that one.
Listen, the problem is, I'm an idiot.
So,
Fair.
as you guys feel that arcane rune pulse, the ones on the side, the ship begins to, I'm going to interchange that a lot. It's
Yep.
ship, boat, whatever. I know they're different.
vessel.
I know they're different to a lot of people, but in this case, it's on the river and it's still a ship. I don't know. It's a ship boat. Starts pushing forward,
I think
moving
technically
along.
now it's a hovercraft.
And then now it's a hovercraft.
That's why they have to row.
And as you guys are standing on the deck, kind of moving away from the city, you hear a "All aboard! All aboard!"
Oh no.
And there is at the front of the ship, kind of hidden from one of the edge that's been hanging off and
I don't
climbs
know
its
why I'm
way
happy
over.
about this.
Is a small Kenku. It comes up with the dagger that it was holding. Ahoy, mateys avast! We be off!
It's hard!
Oh my god, who are you talking to?
Are you gonna ask?
Oh, how hot's the Kenku?
Thank you.
Well, how old is the Kenku first?
Underage.
Kind of hard to tell. It's a bird.
I know, but above table, I know they come to maturity as like a young teen
Yes.
because they have short lifespans.
Kenku
So how hot is this
is
14-year-old
a solid
Kenku?
50.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that tracks.
Just average.
Average looking
That
Kenku.
tracks.
If you're
Yeah.
into birds, great. If not, not for you.
Yeah.
Maturity at 12.
Yeah.
They live to about 60.
Our captain has white dreadlocks. He's drow, sharp drow features, and is very attractive. Zilvan Barbadron. Borthan Gintor is the
Orphan. Got it.
the rhino-hided individual with the teeth that keeps dropping out of his jaw.
Rhino vampire, got it.
The red-headed dwarf is Kind Viskier, or Vitskier,
Kind?
Kynd. And the tabaxi is Laquilda Frasith. You guys are traveling upriver, traveling north, heading towards Yanarak. This motley crew of individuals introduces themselves. You do notice that travel is quick at first. There's kind of a rush of the runes pushing you forward. There's a bit of that pushback from the river flow. And then things start to slow down. The day is very uneventful.
That's good.
Not much that happens for the rest of this day. Perhaps a breath of fresh air with how insane and intense everything has been. And at this point, if you guys would like to take up the Traveler's Rules with the Scout, Defender, Navigator utility, you may. If not, the crew is going to take on those standards, as they are to guide you anyway.
I'm gonna take a short rest.
I'm pretty sure we hired these guys to do that for us.
Yeah. I'm
That's
definitely resting.
blind.
Makes sense.
I don't have sea legs. What's the name of this boat?
On the Stairwind, you recognize it as Waterstar.
Nice.
Do you share that with us?
Absolutely not. No, of course.
Well, I don't know.
Absolutely not. After I call it Ominous Day of Gwyn, I'm pretty sure.
Honest day wind.
The crew just giving the most disgusted looks possible. Especially
No,
the captain.
at some point while we're like going up the river, you see Isidore just like lean fully over the side, probably like kick up a leg looking at the side of the boat, being like, oh, Alvastairwind. Waterstar. Lovely boat name.
One other thing I suggest, because travel days are always going to be slow and not filled with a whole lot of intensity. Chime in if you think of conversation or things amongst each other, particularly because this is probably the first like dull day you guys have had
True.
as a group that's been thrust into this chaos.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, all right. That's a D100, and there's the D10 that matches. So that's the weather for today.
Perfect.
It is a mild and light rain that just kind of continues throughout the day. Most of the crew seems pretty unfazed by it. They continue keeping watch, moving around the deck. Some of them use it as a chance to scrub the deck.
Well,
It
they're
is-
gonna have to scrub around me
Yeah.
because
I'm guessing you're taking a nap.
yes.
It is only Kind who seems to be frequently moving up and below deck. Well, frequently. Mostly spending her time under the deck, and then occasionally resurfacing, getting some air, stretching her legs.
Is she
working
like the
vigorously.
engineer type?
She does have like that nerdy spellcaster vibe about her. If I didn't describe it, there's a book at her side. But,
We're gonna be friends.
which... Ian, give me Wrath, give me a D20.
First roll of the day.
The 5.
5, okay.
Percentile, is that?
Perfect.
Well, no, but D20
Alright.
roll.
Nothing comes to mind. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Sounds great.
Is this like propelled vessel, or does it have like sails and a mast?
So there is the opportunity in the middle for a sail to be erected and used. The wind is currently against you, so it isn't up. The entire edges of it on the bottom have these propulsion rooms that move it and basically steer it, which Yavillon, is up there kind of twisting the wheel on occasion, and you can feel that shift of those arcane runes.
I do remember the arcane runes, because that's why that guy was in the water, because he was on the side of the boat.
Yes.
Is there a crow's nest?
Not really. The highest point would be on top of that, like, canopy-built section, and the mast itself.
This forward there?
Yes.
Nose, yeah.
I mean, there's definitely a
Yes.
crow's nest. It's wherever Wetfeather sleeps.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Funny. That's funny, actually.
Yavillon does have the three-pointed pirate hat. This particular hat, though, is where like the comes to the point. Typically, that three-piece has buttons that he has dropped down, so it is actually blocking the rain currently. Kind of fold-out version of your pirate hat.
That is so
So it's a sombrero.
Yes, it's sombrero / pirate hat.
Okay. It was cool for a minute.
Yeah, no.
And then it turned into a sombrero, and I'm like, alright.
I don't know, it's still cool.
I don't know.
It's function over fashion, right? Like,
got it.
it's raining. But yeah, the light patter of rain is heard all day.
Oh, perfect sleeping
It is
conditions.
very peaceful. Relatively quiet.
Definitely
Unsettling.
under that canopy
Yeah.
somewhere, like, Isidore found a corner and, like, started off in, like, a sitting position in, like, a light meditation, and then just, like, curled up.
And went into a deeper meditation.
Yep.
And I'm just, you know, communing with my God, man.
Any interactions of note for this Bathurst Day travel?
I'm definitely looking to just kind of rest and heal up, and
Okay.
that's kind of my attitude towards today is just, I can put my sword away. Relax.
Despite everything I just said about not taking on one of those roles, Book did grow up on a ship, so he would be naturally inclined to, like, if there was something that needed to be done, just doing it. So if there were, like, a rope that needed to be coiled, or, like,
Okay.
any sort of menial shipboard tasks that had not otherwise been assigned. I guess the first question is, how competent does this crew seem? Like, are they on top of things, or is it what kind of ship does this captain run?
The crew seems pretty competent, and honestly, to keep boredom away, are doing the menial tasks. Right?
Sure.
Scrubbing the ship. The sea elf will occasionally, like, go to one of the ropes off the side, hang off, stick his head in the water, maybe swim underneath, do a check of the hull as they go, which doesn't take long because it's a relatively small vessel, all things considered. The only thing that's, like, in disrepair and that they just seem to have left to the elements is there is netting that wraps around the entire front of that, like, canopy section, which makes it really easy to climb on top of. But it doesn't seem like they fish frequently, so that's just kind of there, more like decoration and in disrepair than anything else.
That would be something Book would immediately
Okay.
gravitate toward and just, like, without even thinking, start. That would be one of the things he would have done before the blind sight kicked in,
Okay.
because
Very
it's an
nice.
easy thing to do with that. Like, you can do it just by feel.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind, during one of her trips up from underneath, comes and kind of lets herself get hit with the rain, takes a couple of deep breaths, looks over and sees you mending up this this netting and goes, "Oh, that's nice of you. Have you sailed before?"
Yes, I grew up on a fishing vessel.
"Oh, you're pretty familiar with this then."
It's something I've been doing since I could walk. Since I was able to tie the knots.
Wow. She kind of looks over for a moment and twists her hand, and one, like, degraded, just destroyed and rotten section of the twine starts to mend and heal itself as it grips back together. I mean, I just haven't paid much mind to it, I guess. We get busy with other things.
No disrespect was meant. I was just looking for
no.
something to do, if you'll pardon the pun.
It is kind of nice to have someone who knows what they're doing. So between you and me, what's with the monkey?
Between you and me, if you figure that out, I would love to know.
Okay. It weirds me out.
It's got a sword. Watch out for the sword.
Oh God.
Potentially.
Oh gods.
The monkey just turns and looks, glare.
Well,
Unsettled.
it helps appreciate it, and if you need to know anything, just grab me. I'm either downstairs practicing or up here. And she'll look over to Athalis and give a look. He'll give a little nod, and she'll give a nod back. We're attending to the arcane runes when something bumps into us. So, I'll be around.
How far above the surface of the water are we?
Given the size of the ship, let's say maybe half of it is under.
Okay. So, I have a little bit of a sense of what's going on below the surface.
Yes. Yeah, if you stand by any of the edges, you do get kind of a dip down into the water.
Oh, that's gotta be weird.
Yeah, I mean, as faint as that is, because your distance is half, but you still can
Yeah.
sense those deep etches of those arcane runes.
If I went down below decks, I would probably have like a submarine bubble almost.
Mhm.
So
So, as I continue to mend the netting, I would say something like one of the other skills I have honed from a life on board a ship is scouting obstacles up ahead. If any assistance is needed with that at any point, I'm quite good at seeing things below the surface that others might not be able to see.
That's a very handy skill. You might bring that up to Yavillin. He's actually pretty talented at this. I don't know where Drow got his sea legs. We don't ask a lot of questions with Yavillin. He has an air of mystery about him he seems to like to keep. But, yeah, I'm sure he'd appreciate the help if he needs it.
Alright, thank you for the advice. I will definitely let him know.
And if there's any part of this that's far too rotten, let me know. I'll patch it up. It'd be nice to actually fish again. It's been a long time.
From what I've been able to feel, I don't think any of it's too badly degraded. Correct me if I'm wrong, DM.
There's bits of it that are like you grasp and just kind of falls apart and crinkles away, but nothing that couldn't be pulled from another section and tied together.
Unless the aesthetics are a concern, I think I should be able to do just fine with the material that's already here.
On our journeys, function over fashion every day.
Good. I don't have a very keen eye for style.
Then why is the crew so
That's
hot?
right. Hold on a second.
And Kind will make her way back underneath the ship, opening up her spellbook as she makes her way down. Wrath, you're, I assume, tidying up the armor, cleaning the sword,
Yep.
taking your breath of fresh air.
Yep, that's fucking tight.
The Kenku will come plop down next to you.
It's the monkey seat.
It gently just gets slid over and pays no mind. Looks over and I hate that I've done this to myself every time.
Yep.
What is up with the monkey?
It's a monkey.
It has and just gives a motion.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking wild, right?
Very. Are you close friends?
You could say that.
Alvarin will pop down, make their way over, kind of short wave the book, and use the rest of the netting that's still slightly attached to climb back up to the top of that canopy area and sit up there. Any other interactions for this?
Do I get any
Yeah.
cool commune? Do you want me to roll a religion check?
Sure, make a religion check.
That's one of very few things I'm proficient in. That is going to be a dirty 20. So,
Okay.
real nasty one.
In your sleep.
Okay, new character.
No, you feel your dreams drift away. You start to feel that kind of galaxy-esque aura that you did before you slipped into the future sight before. And then just a chaotic burst. You catch glimpses of things you've seen before, the Well of the World being one of them. And then kind of this flickering of the well, and it jumps into a complete darkness. And just the sounds of clashing metal, the screams of pain, the that's all you get in your rest. When night comes, let's see here, the rain intensifies into a bit more of a downpour, and some continual flame lanterns are hung off the edge. Some metal rods are put up.
These are fancy.
I would let the captain know that if any help spotting was needed during this weather, especially at night, that I was available and quite proficient.
Will and I give a nod.
5 hours in night.
It's appreciated. I'll keep in mind. Thank you. But does not request your assistance this evening. The night will pass. A long rest will be had.
Oh.
Morning will come to clear skies. You can see the crew, it looks like, took shifts, slept partially throughout the night. And at this point, as part of that shifts, Alarin is actually the other one at the wheel. This short Kenku just kind of reaching up, grabbing the wheel and turning it slightly from time to time. Another very quiet day. An ungodly amount of quiet, as a matter of fact. Passing up the river right now, there's no birds chirping, no animals roaming, chasing about. Nothing. At about midday in your travel, off to your right, there's a small town. It is also very, very quiet here. And if you keep an eye and watch, eventually you'll see a small humanoid, gnomish size, I guess, couple of individuals that kind of make their way through the town. The weird thing about them is they're carrying tools that are far too big for them. They seem to be heading over towards like a little farm plot, some sort of stalkish thing growing out of it. Most of them are pretty heavily wrapped, either from yesterday or perhaps avoiding a little bit of the morning chill. But yeah, the building's much too big. Door handles would be tippy-toe reach. It's a bunch of small people in a big people's town.
Looters.
They all got shrunk.
They only got those poor people.
A mass reduce spell. Interesting.
Making a note of that. Hold on.
Can I try to perceive more while we are passing?
Yeah, make a perception check.
I love perceiving things.
Mass reduce spell.
That's a big 15.
There's just this eeriness to something not being right. You can't quite place. There's something on the air itself that if you felt like if the wind changed directions, it might be whatever's going on there, but you can't quite sense it. But there's just a weird tinge of scent in the air that you're not putting two and two together with.
Strange.
Strange.
No, it's just... Oh, well, you can't actually see it. It's far away.
Couldn't see if it was close up either.
Oh, you know what I mean.
I do.
I really do.
It's only been a few days, but you know. No, there's a town on the shore there, and it looks fairly normal, but the only people I can see wandering around it are very small, and they don't seem like they belong.
Very small, like they're children, or very small, like in size?
It seems very small in size. It's possible they're children. We're quite a ways away. Concerning if they're children. That one really shouldn't be carrying an axe.
Borthain Gintor will make his way over, and he goes, yes, Bodrin, this little town. Not much going on. We stopped before to do some trading. But I don't remember the residents being so short.
Oh,
You did just say it was a little town.
did. I felt that was an intentional figure of speech.
That's out loud. He will put two and two together and give a chuckle.
No, that was out loud.
Not intentional. But it's pretty funny, actually. Wrath, there's a battle instinct that kicks in for a minute. Because you're like, I know this. And the winds shift just slightly enough that you go, that smell of iron. Now that's the smell of blood. Of
Lots of
slightly old blood.
Lots of it.
And slight decay. Not enough that you would like notice a body. But with the wind shifting, it's enough for you to recognize as a pretty veteran soldier.
There's a dead body over there. Can smell it.
I mean, I never took these people to be very violent by any means.
The little people with the axe?
Then again, they weren't this small, so...
Yeah,
So the
look out for
children
the
might-
small ones. I look at the Kenku.
Just absentmindedly driving the boat. Everyone else looks at your monkey.
Yeah, the sword-wielding monkey. I'm looking at the Kenku. Everyone else is like...
Your villain will come from below, give a stretch. Ah, yes. Oh, just in time to pass Bodrin. He'll make his way over and kind of start to give a wave, almost like he expects people to be there, and then a very confused look. I was going to say, if we need to stop and resupply, this isn't a bad place.
Seems a little... dead.
Sure. It's not as bustling as it normally is. And if you guys wanted a hot meal, I was actually going to recommend we stop here. But that's up to you. I don't know what happened to the townsfolk here.
If this is a normal stop for you, we could. Otherwise, I'm fine with continuing.
It's kind of like one of those tourist destinations, right? We bring people upriver, we show them the sights and the local cuisines, and then we continue on. But as I said last time, I am more than happy to not stop this trip.
We should continue then.
Agreed.
Perfect. Excellent. He'll give a wave. A couple of the short little people will also give a wave, and as they do and look up, that morning light hits their face. You notice green skin.
Oh.
Those are definitely goblins.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Those are definitely goblins.
Oh, they are children.
I've seen enough of them in my life.
Should there be that many goblins in
Your villain will start like reaching behind him towards a crossbow strapped to his
Should
back,
probably-
which book you're very aware of.
Should probably not be that many goblins anywhere ever. Does not bode well for that town.
Well, that is not normal, no. No. There were definitely people here last time.
Do we
Those people are dead.
feel qualified and large enough in number to handle this, or should maybe we report this to the authorities at the next city we reach?
Bodrin doesn't really fall in territory per se. It's kind of its own little... People got together and made a fishing town type of vibe. But if you
So are we
wanted...
like sailing past like docks right now then?
There really isn't much for docks. There's kind of like the waving earth and bogginess of the water next to you. And they probably just pull up, drop anchor, and kind of slough their way up to shore.
Okay.
The villain says, if you want to dispense with vigilante justice, he'll pull the crossbow from his back. I'm not opposed.
Should we? I mean, there could be people held hostage and in trouble if they haven't all been killed.
There could also be dozens and dozens of goblins that we can't see.
Oh, there's always more goblins.
There's always more. Is the spell chucker equipped with fireball, or?
I was just thinking of the same thing. Except I was thinking we just light up one of those crossbow bolts.
I can't say I've ever seen them make a circle of flame in a wide expanse, but I have seen them throw fire from their hands. It's sort of a
Yes.
sensation.
I see.
Wait, who throws
It's
fire?
like a wave of flames.
The ginger dwarf.
Dwarf Bay.
Yeah.
The nickname
I am
already.
positive that's not her name.
No, it's kind Viskier. I wrote it down.
I wrote down
Okay.
kind ginger dwarf nerdy spell chucker. Yeah.
I like Dwarf Bay though.
I wrote Dwarf Bay. And also Wet Elf, Hot Cat, Rhino Vampire, and Bird.
Yeah. I did write bird for Kenku.
Wait, was I talking about the dwarf or the wet elf?
You were talking to the dwarf.
Okay.
Yes, you're talking to Kind.
Kind. Yeah. The what elf is phallus.
Oh, that's so much better. That's what I should have written down.
Your villain will knock his boot against the floor of the ship.
Yep.
And Alrin steers the boat over towards the shore. You can hear the anchor drop off the front. Kine will rush her way up. What's going on? We're killing goblins. And your villain will
And hopefully saving people.
take his tall knee-high boots, hitting the water, will rush the shore as he
Oh gosh, he's just going for it.
as he brings his crossbow up. The little group of goblins kind of looks over and starts waving at him, and he stops dead in his tracks. Looks back, looks at the goblins, puts the crossbow behind his back. Hello. Hello. He'll turn back. Now I'm very confused.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Are we being racist or not?
No, but like, describe to me
Goblins.
what's happening.
The goblins just sort of waved and seemed friendly to the captain, and now he's not shooting them, but he was like all for shooting them a second ago.
No, I know, I remember.
See, the rest of the crew is like poised and ready to like rush off the ship. He's only got about 10, 15 feet off. Kine is cooking a firebolt in her right hand, and they've all just kind of come to a dead halt.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's like that galaxy, like void eldritch blast kind of like
There's like a
in one of my fists.
sword in my hand.
And
I'm just like, you all seem really keyed up for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
so, how's it going? Oh, it's good. Hey, are you hungry? Do you need to eat? We got some food.
Soylent.
Sure.
Goblins eat.
Soylent.
I don't know what goblins
Shush.
I've
It's a good reference.
never been particularly friendly with any.
I didn't know anyone was. I didn't know they were.
I mean, these ones seem pretty chatty.
Come on
I didn't know
in.
they could do that.
You
Oh,
guys,
goblins
y'all can
fish.
come if you are hungry. The one goblin that's kind of been dragging the axe behind them feels the relief of putting it down. Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, Might as well. We're docked.
Yeah, I guess.
Off the boat.
Stick the crossbow back behind his back.
Sort
Is
of.
there
Hey.
like a
Monkey.
gangplank or anything, or are we just jumping off the rail?
It's pretty much just off into the water and
Alright.
Is
I'm
it?
gonna
way to
very
go.
awkwardly like flip over the
Whoa,
railing.
way deeper right here.
yeah, one of you finds a deep spot.
Shit.
I'm in a warm spot.
Alarin does stay with the ship and then go back to their little perch up top and kind of does the like bird poof out feather thing and sits and watches. The rest of the crew kind of slowly coming to shore. Yes, come to our kitchen hall. We'll make some food. And they walk their way over to kind of
Can
this
I insight
elongated
that
building.
kitchen hall statement?
Sure.
Yeah, they're gonna make us food, or they're gonna make us food.
Semantics.
Is this like a serve man
14.
kind of deal?
14? It seems like they're fully intended on making you a meal.
Interesting.
I think their common is just not very good.
Mechanic question about the Kenku.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play it that he can remember anything he's ever heard, or only what he's heard in the last like certain amount of time?
Anything he's heard.
Okay.
But yeah, they take you over to this,
We
and
should
it
teach him
is
something funny for Halo.
this kind of like long banquet hall. Relatively long. It is a small. Let's see. We'll go about 40 feet long, 20 feet wide. One long table that runs down the middle. That looks pretty nicely crafted. And again, I mean, this goblin basically has to like stand on their tippy toes, open the door handle.
So like everything's to regular human scale. These
Yeah.
goblins are just using it.
Like the stoves that they have, these, which are like the wood burner, right, with kind of your hot plate option on top, or shove it in on the bottom. They cannot reach that well.
3 goblins in a chef's coat.
So they're like grabbing stools and stuff from around the table and bringing them
Goblin
over.
Ramsay.
They go over to some of these bins with like,
raw.
they got like salted fish and stuff, and they take it, they bring it over. Seems like they already have wood in the burning in the stoves, and takes the whole fish and just puts it in the pan, starts to sizzle it slightly, goes over, grabs like a handful of a jar of spices and tosses it in.
You certainly built your houses tall.
Oh, yeah, it was a bad choice in scaling. Yeah. One of them will go over, pull a loaf of bread out from under one of the shelves and start slicing it. We'll again take some of the seasonings off the shelf and just kind of throw it on top, bring it over to the table, put it up there. Help yourselves!
Thank you for your kind hospitality.
Bread's good, spices are not.
Just pull the mountain of spices off the top of it. Is that straight cayenne pepper? Interesting choice.
The whole crew will kind of awkwardly sit down and wait.
That's definitely a choice with the cinnamon
Yeah.
and the oregano.
Isidore just kind of like takes a bite out of it, thinking it's just like what they're eating.
And a lot of them will like take the fully spiced bread and just
They just have no taste buds, okay?
delicious.
Yes.
The
So, what brings you?
citrus extract goes especially well with the coriander.
Is that fennel lactase?
And,
Yes.
And mustard.
Sure.
Sure.
It sure is. You scribble whatever's on the fucking jar that it is.
Yeah, this little.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Yes. Welcome to our town. What brings you here at this time specifically?
We were just passing by on our way up the river.
Is this specific time not a good one?
No, this time is fine.
Okay. I mean, all times are specific if you think about it.
They all exchange looks.
Whether we're
This
not
is
working at
fine.
4 o'clock or 4:23, it's still a specific time to be there, so...
There could be some consequences later, but right now
There's
it's
pause.
fine.
It's all the goblins like hearing you talk about like the specific time, kind of tilt their heads, their jaws go a little slack. It's just a weird silence, and then they all go, "Yeah, sure, okay." They go over.
Take another bite of bread, forgetting that it's full of spices.
After like 5 minutes of conversation or silence, as it were, they'll go over and take the fish that they've fried, not flipped, scorched on one side, bring it over.
That's how you cook fish.
One of them will search for plates, put plates out, and just slop the fish and the slew of spices and juices onto the plate.
I'm like
Neither
trying
of
to
you.
subtly brush spices off of the bread.
That
I don't want to be rude.
that fish will make you sick. Do not eat the fish.
I have no intention to.
The goblins who have also like served themselves will, with their like almost claw hands, start ripping and peeling away flesh and scales, and then just pick away at the fish.
How long have you three
It's cooked.
been here?
It's not very cooked.
No.
One side is.
Very good.
The other, rather raw. Probably cold. We've been here, they'll all kind of look amongst each other. Not very long, just moved in recently.
These are some pretty snazzy houses for being just moved in.
Yeah, we found it like this. You feel a little... That's odd, what happened to all the people here? Well, they just kind of left, and this is how we found it, so...
Is that smell of blood still like in the air?
Not in here. In here is the well,
I'm sure it's
overwhelming
yeah.
smell of spices.
My eyes are burning.
When you were outside, though, it was definitely a bit more pungent. Remind me, Book has a passive of 16?
16.
Okay. So, Book, you also would have kind of started getting... You wouldn't necessarily place like the decay in the body, perhaps, but there's definitely a scent of blood. And it could be anything as far as blood goes. I mean, they could have, strung up a venison, killed a pig. It could be a variety of reasons, but there's definitely iron in the air that you're getting a scent of.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just kind of, decided this is a lot better than living in the hole in the ground we were.
I don't blame you.
Anyone want more fish?
I think I'll pass.
No.
I had a
I'm
big
full,
breakfast.
Okay. A couple of goblins are like, oh, if you're not going to eat that, kind of come over and like slide your plate over. Just rip the fish and start,
Help yourself.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I'm sure I can leave a recipe for fish for you.
That would be great, actually. We're trying to get the cooking thing down. It's new to us.
So were there several jars of spices and you just sort of added them all together into one?
Yeah, we kind of just figured, we tried a little of this and a little of that, and we figured they went really well together, so we just went, yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
they're pretty good. We've never really known flavor before.
Turn the jar around, it just says honey on it, and you're just like, Jesus Christ.
Flavor is definitely a word you could use.
Yeah. Oh, God. Alright, well, you guys got any neighbors, or do all three of you live in this house?
Oh, no, there's more of us. There's about 20 of us here. There's always more. We're trying to, we're really figuring out this whole, this is hospitality, but this is being nice, right?
Yes, so close. Hospitality.
That one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're doing a lovely job with it.
Thanks.
This was a mistake, wasn't it?
This was a mistake.
Absolutely.
All right. So feel free to hang around, I guess. That's right. And the other two goblins gonna.
We appreciate that. Of course, it will all depend on our captain and whether...
Your villain's already stood up. Yeah, I think we should probably hit the waters.
That sounds like an
We have a
excellent
very,
idea.
very tight
It's
travel
been
schedule.
great to meet you.
Thank you for the hospitality.
And maybe we'll stop by again.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the return trip or something, and we'll figure out what
Yeah.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing you again. Yeah, good, okay. I'll just makes his way over, and one of the goblins like tries to run up in front of him and can't quite reach the door handle. Kind of tries to be nice and wait, and then finally like, I got it. It's okay, makes sense. All right, so he'll kind of come over and lean over on you, Wrath, and be like, so like you're saying like everyone's dead here? You said there were bodies.
It smells like blood. Real bad out here.
Oh, something.
That's what that is.
Where's the people?
Something we should look into, or let's just be on our merry way.
Well,
They were
How big is this
awfully
town?
friendly for a bunch of
It's a semicircle to the water,
birds.
and it's like your main hall and like 6 huts.
Do I sense anything in the huts? If I get
They
closer?
are, spread out fairly wide. You're about 20 feet in between, 20 more feet. So you're.
I guess, does the smell of blood come strongly from any of them?
It definitely would come stronger from facing the water now, kind of the left side of the huts.
Okay, I would want to go
More
over there
inland.
and see if I could sense anything as far as bodies
Okay.
or remains.
Yeah, if you slowly kind of pace your way around, give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm definitely telling the captain, like, just keep a sharp eye. Look around, see what we can find here real quick. If we don't see anything important, we can get the fuck out of here.
Sounds good to me.
15.
15. Okay. As you kind of come up to one of the houses, you're not like blind sensing any bodies on the other side of doors or anything, but your blind sense does pick up on like heavy drag marks leading away from one of the doors that you make your way over towards.
I walk back and let them know, yeah, there were people here and they were taken away from here in one form or another. Dragged away from here to be specific.
So, your villain starts reaching for the crossbow again. Oh, how do we feel about that?
Should we try to follow that? See if we can find out where they were, what happened? Or we can leave.
I think we go back to the first option of just lighting it all up, assuming that's not going to start a catastrophic forest fire or anything.
We are close to low brush and trees.
You say I can walk around the hut that you're sensing. See if there's anything out the back or something.
Yeah, if you want to take a look.
Yeah, I'll
But,
take a small walk here.
Okay.
I'm of the mind that, we just light it up and go.
As long as we're careful about it. 20 angry goblins is nothing to,
Oh, is it only
to
20?
mess with. Only 20. Oh, goodness.
Only 20.
Having dealt with many a goblin, it's not recommended.
Flashbacks.
Look, making your way around, the smell is much heavier over here. You tried the door, or are you just getting a perimeter?
I was just gonna go around the back.
Is there like a
I figure
window we can
if
peek in?
there's essentially drag marks, I'm trying to see if there's like
Okay.
out the back door maybe or something. You know?
Making your way around back, there is not any sort of like back door on this particular building, but there are windows across it, and there is kind of a large back bay window, and you can see there's some cloth and bags and other things that are covering up some sort of pile of something. it's soaking it.
Yeah, just like
On the floor, yeah.
that's not good. In the building or?
Inside, yeah.
Okay. So I'm like pressed up against the window. Huh.
Do there appear to be any goblins around us?
There are a couple. One in particular who's close, not quite in view of you, but like just off of the edge if you come around the building, is the one with the axe that is so trying to cut this wood right now and is not being very successful with the tool he has.
I'm going to try to distract that goblin.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk over to him. Do you need some assistance, friend?
It's just trying. Sure.
Sure.
I don't know how to use this thing, to be honest.
You have to flip it over so the shark
Yeah.
eyes it.
Bunk.
I don't get it.
You might want to choke up on the handle a little bit. You're not going to be able to...
He'll start vigorously, like, choking the axe.
Oh, not... Okay.
And then start, like, whacking at the wood.
Close. May I?
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
I would walk over as you were doing this and put a hand on your shoulder and just lean in very closely and say, is it wise to teach the goblin how to use a weapon?
It's wise to get the weapon out of his hands.
Fair point.
Then yeah, I'm gonna go, I guess, into the. You said there's no back door, right?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna try and get into the building. Whatever
Okay.
way. Through a window or.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know how.
yeah, the windows are kind of just glass pane.
I was saying
solid
glass or
windows.
shutters or something. I don't know.
Yeah, making your way around. I mean, if you do, like, tip the door handle slightly on your way by, it just creaks. There's a lock on there, but it obviously isn't being used.
Not being used.
What would you like me to roll for wood
I
chopping?
mean, athletics.
Yeah. That is going to be a big fat 8.
Okay. It's not pretty split wood. And it takes a couple of whacks to separate. On occasion you have to pull the pieces apart, but it's, it's firewood. Better than it was.
Better than hammering it into the ground.
Yes.
I lift up the axe, and instead of like doing like a proper axe swing, I just sort of like... Oh, that didn't work.
Wrath entering in, that smell hits you immediately. You enter into what's a very small kind of front living room area. There's a little fire pit, nice couch. Whoever lived here previously, or at least the town that lived here previously, were good with wood.
Okay.
Like, the stuff that they have built is very
Pretty good
fine
craftsmanship.
quality, yes. Following your way to the back, there's another door that leads back into sort of that kitchen area you saw. It doubled as storage, it looked like. And yeah, coming across, when you creak that door open, you kind of have to push for a moment, and wedging yourself in there, you do see the very dramatic style of a hand kind of untucked from the burlap.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a dead body. How old is it?
Judging probably, 30s-ish.
How dead is it?
Uh,
Is it mostly dead? Is it still kind of alive?
give me a medicine in this in this case.
17.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Maybe a day, maybe
Oh,
less.
this is fresh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's just turning blue.
Yep.
Okay. Is this the only body in this room?
If you start to unfurl some of the burlap, no.
Yeah, I want to.
No, this is, let's see, about 12 people?
This is a town's worth of dead bodies. Yeah, there's a bunch of dead bodies in here.
I'm
Clearly-
distracting a goblin by poorly chopping wood.
Clearly they were trying to cover the dead bodies up. Poorly.
So they lied to us about the people just not being here?
Do these people look like they were killed by goblins?
Well,
Or is there like huge claw marks on their side. It's like, oh shit.
Most of them have like puncture wounds.
Puncture wounds, like arrow-sized puncture
Like
wounds.
arrows or
Spears.
spears or...
Anything above waist height? No, these are all waist level fucking spear, Chuck.
Some of them might have had a long stick.
I see. Look at the angle from the fucking...
So we're killing goblins.
I see. Does anyone speak dead people?
No,
You
but
sing
that'd
to a
be
room
useful.
full of dead people?
Yeah, I guess. I knock on the window.
Okay.
Hey!
Isidore, you do hear the bing, 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 bing.
What? I have an axe in my hand with a piece of wood stuck to it.
Is there any dismembered body parts that I can just grab real quick and be like, yeah, an arm, you know?
I mean, you are bulky enough to like take one of the people and lift their arm up and be like, hey!
One of the smaller looking ones. Dead bodies.
I'm gonna shake the wood off the axe and take it with me and like just walk over there.
Okay.
I was trying to distract the goblin, but obviously it's not gonna work.
Yeah, the goblin kind of looks over, sees the arm, and starts following you at a very quick pace. Okay. Listen, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all this. You see, well, we felt bad?
Felt bad?
Yeah, I think that's how you say it. I think.
What did you have to feel bad about?
Well, we kind of killed a lot of people. And, it's not...
This shit's looking good. Throw
Yeah.
the body down and run
So,
out the door.
You're like, you hear this through the window. I don't know how to, it was weird. I can't describe it, but like, we did what we usually do. We found a town, we found food, we found shelter, and we just took it, right? And then one of us kind of talked about how we didn't feel so great after doing it, and the rest of us started talking about it, and then we realized that we kind of felt bad about killing a whole lot of people. And we didn't know what to do
You
because
should feel bad about that.
we've never really dealt with A, feelings like that, and B, we've never like hit a body. Normally we just kind of kill it and leave it. It's all very new and weird to us. And you just come around, yeah, and this goblin's just kind of like, sorry, putting its hands up.
Give her the axe. I feel bad killing it with no weapons.
I mean, I can. I don't think it's gonna make you feel better. They feel bad, Wrath.
Yeah, that's a new one for me.
Right?
Put my fucking sword away. We'll deal with this on our way back. Bury those bodies.
Okay.
You guys came from a hole, right?
Uh-huh.
Put them in the hole.
Oh.
Don't go back.
Oh, that's really smart.
And you can take the knobs off the doors and put them lower. That'll help a lot.
Oh.
Those doors are not going to be functional. Get back.
Okay.
What's a knob?
Maybe you did good with the hospitality. It was a valiant effort. If you get a chance to learn how to cook, I advise it. For
Totally.
example, if you're cooking a fish, you want to cook it on both sides.
Oh.
So you do a little bit on this side, and then you go floop, and a little bit on that side, and it tastes much better.
Okay.
And don't kill anybody, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the goblin like scurries off, starts going, runs over to one. Hey guys, I learned about this thing with our cooking.
Like, I don't think he remembers the first part of that conversation.
I feel very strange about
We're
this.
supposed to flip the fish apparently. Also, and they know we killed everyone. They seem okay with it.
We're not!
Slowly drawing
We're not
the sword
okay with
again. Like,
I did tell them about our feelings. which are new. And oh my
I'm
God.
so confused.
So many were like, oh, okay.
There's dark
Oh.
magics at play here.
So you cook the fish on both sides.
They just gloss right over all the important.
Right, oh, and don't kill people. Yeah. But you cook the fish on both sides. Your villain at this point has left. He hears some of this. He just walks straight to the ship.
Yep, getting back on the
I'm
boat.
following
It's
the
boat
captain.
time.
Just freaking hikes himself up back onto the ship. The rest of the crew following, like, what are we doing about this? And he just goes to the helm, gently pushes the Kenku to the side, and waits.
Yeah.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Well, this was terrible, and I feel weird about it. Should we leave?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm taking this.
This is a nice axe.
The handle of it is rather exquisite. It's carved, it's nice.
I'm just gonna
Tempered
throw
wood.
an axe into my
Okay.
strap it to my bag.
Exquisite axe.
You do need a melee weapon, don't you?
Sorcerer with an axe.
Wait, does that count as a simple weapon?
Yeah,
Somebody.
Is it a simple weapon?
it's an axe.
An axe, is it?
Sweet, then I would be proficient with
Anyone
it.
can pick it up and use it. I mean, it's not that hard.
Gang up on the sorcerer. She's out of spells.
I'm gonna
Love
turn
that.
this into a magical item, and it's gonna be awesome.
I look forward to it. I just hope the same fate doesn't befall it as your last axe.
Make it so that it casts sleep on whoever it touches.
Yeah, the axe of sawing logs.
And then just
That is
Done.
pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That is pretty cool.
like it.
I like where this is going.
This would be a battle axe +3, right?
On the list of items.
I don't understand why the goblins having so much trouble with it.
Sure.
No, I know it's like a woodcutter's axe.
Let's go with yes.
For stat wise, what would I
It's
use?
on camera. He said yes.
All right, battle axe +3 it is.
It's it's a simple weapon. 1d6.
Hand axe?
It's two-handed.
Okay.
It's a two-handed weapon. Doesn't quite have the heavy property. 1d6.
Well, for the sake of
Strength.
adding things, it's going to be a hand axe because that's a 1d6.
That's fine.
Just to make my
Use
life
that
a
for
little
now.
bit easier.
But yeah, the crew climbs back on. The anchor is lifted somehow,
Magically.
probably. And
Is there a chain on this anchor?
there
Or
is,
is it?
yeah.
Someone just tosses an anchor overboard and the ship stops. You're like, what the hell? How the fuck?
No, it's not that heavily enchanted.
Arcane runes are powerful.
Yeah.
If that were the case,
Whoa.
why don't you just make arcane runes that just stop?
Well, because it needs an anchor.
Because it's the skew morph. Yeah.
So anyway,
People expect an anchor, otherwise how do they know that you're going to stop?
oh god, anyway, I guess. You continue upriver having had your experience for the day. Not much else happens.
Okay.
It's sunny,
Everything's still damp.
you rest, you get your long rest in.
Beautiful. I like long rests.
Isidore takes a nap after the goblin thing, but can't fall asleep very well because they are very conflicted about.
Questioning morality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
so many goblins.
goblin morality scribbled on a book somewhere.
So yeah, that happened.
Learn. Next time you run into goblins, talk about their feelings.
Are any of the crew sharing a drink in the wake of this experience? I would go join them.
Yes. Yeah.
And I would probably get out one of the special cigarettes that Philip gave me
Oh goodness.
for this.
Okay.
Well, I mean, unless...
No, I love it. I'm not complaining. Go ahead.
I don't want to do it if, like, there are more ship duties to attend to. I only want to do it if, like...
Just steering.
Okay, then yeah, we're gonna...
Okay.
I think we all need a little...
Yeah, no, remember, it's fermented juice for Isidore. Let's just do a couple of...
fermented grape juice.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
With the captain's permission, of course.
Yeah, the captain's the first one to go for it.
Great.
I see people
I need the
drinking
captain
out of
to
the
light it.
bottle, and I'm like, oh, is that some of that juice that we had?
One of them just... yeah, juice!
Juice. Just call it juice.
I come from a very small town and a secluded religious organization, and the goblins felt bad about killing people.
That it's straight fucking whiskey of some kind. Maybe rum? Hard to tell. It's not great.
This juice is sour.
Do you keep it down?
Burns like hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Fuck.
Even better.
Trying to figure out what a spit take would look like in blind sight.
Interesting.
She just falls over backwards.
And night-night.
Interesting.
Alright, so 2 of them failed.
It doesn't taste like any fruit I've ever had before.
Potato.
Potato.
I assume.
Yeah,
Grain.
potato's easiest, so.
Some grain alcohol.
So Laquilda, the tabaxi, after spending some time smoking with you guys and hanging out, has suddenly taken to rubbing their own fur and slowly lays back and just continues to notice all the
I nudge.
wonderful
Is
textures.
that an ecstasy cigarette?
Just
Yep.
Now's your chance.
Now's my chance to what?
I just incline my head toward the tabaxi, stroking herself.
They look very comfortable.
Things are gonna get weird on this boat.
Is that the
oh yeah.
drink?
No, it's not.
There's a point where Laquilda will kind of look around. Guys, my fur is so soft. You should feel my fur is so soft.
Fingers can touch everything but themselves.
Kind is currently sitting with her spellbook open, trying to trace the arcane runes, but her finger's so far away from them. And there's just a gentle glow off of her finger, and then she's kind of like looking at her hand, and it starts glowing brightly and then dimming. Glowing brightly and then dimming.
Call them fingers, but I ain't never seen them thing.
She just kind of looks and she's like, we're all magic.
I will
That's what we are.
I will go and sit over by her and be like,
Alright, it's the door
Look.
hearing too.
and I'll just be like, void.
Don't stare into the void.
Slowly starts leaning her head in towards it.
No.
Oh no, that will not feel very good.
I can see the universe.
Yes, that's the point.
It can see you.
And the universe can see me. And as long as you keep that up, she's just mesmerized.
I will disappear it.
The rest of the crew just kind of looking around. Your villain's just like,
Okay.
this is some very good shit, my friend. Oh, whew. I don't think I'll be steering straight tonight. And I'd say with that lovely endeavor, the evening goes well.
I will 100% pet the tabaxi though.
Okay.
That's gonna happen.
There it is.
Oh,
Listen.
Yes. I'm doing everything in my power to restrain this monkey.
Oh, you know.
No.
Give me an athletics check. We'll make this an opposed check.
Fucking monkey.
Be like, it seems inappropriate to do so. What is that thing you have again?
11.
Okay.
Which
You
thing?
do beat Thorn.
Oh, just a special smokable from
Thorn
the
eventually gives up and just...
None
Caravan.
for you.
But he will look longingly
I don't think,
at Book.
Like,
And every now and then when you look over
I don't
Book,
think Isidore partakes
you just see
before.
Thorn who's like,
Partaken.
no.
Partaken.
Just slap his little hand. Stop.
Go ahead and tripped and dropped all that money in the temple.
Maybe.
I think about it.
yeah.
Special smokables are for closers, I'd say. What the fuck was that?
What came over me? Yes, the evening goes very well.
Conklin book.
And the next morning comes.
All right. Who's spooning who? Let's roll dice for it.
Go ahead.
I'm spooning a monkey. That's what I'm spooning.
I
Monkey
assume
ain't getting out of my
You're in
grip.
between Dwarf Bay and the Tabaxi.
Oh Lord.
You're the one who wanted to roll for it.
Isidore doesn't know what to do with that.
I'm just gonna roll
It's
percentile.
Isidore.
The state of the day.
16.
Okay. Nah, not really. I mean, the two of them are far too high and wandering around far too much, and you sleep far too quickly.
Yeah. Oh no, I pass out immediately. Yeah.
What?
19.
Okay.
A 2 for the percentile.
Can you guys hit a 1 on me today? Jeez, you just keep getting lower and lower.
Well, we're working our way towards it.
Yeah.
Should,
Give us another day of travel and
you're
we'll see what
next
happens.
roll, so maybe it'll be you.
Okay.
Ugh.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Fell Nightmares. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and we look forward to seeing you in episode 8. As always, if you enjoyed this content, please give us a thumbs up, let us know how we're doing in the comments down below, and if you can think of anyone who would enjoy this content, please pass these videos along to them so we can share our wonderful story with others. Now, until next time, I hope that joy, peace, and kindness are with you. And until then, stay epic, my friends!